Cinnamonic here, back once again with an episode of The Tea Drinker, and in today's video we're going to be looking at Drury tea and coffee. But before we begin, I'd just like to point out that I had bought these back in February before the lockdown, and I sort of just forgot about them really. They were on my shelf for a while and it's like, oh, well I better, make a video of these because, well, they're still in date. They're still in date until October 2020. So, but I thought I'd just get myself together and do a video. So anyway, like I said, I bought these back in February, and they're from Drury Tea and Coffee, which is just near Covent Garden. In this one, we've got the more tea varieties. So we've got British Breakfast, Imperial Earl Grey, White Tea, Rose and Pomegranate, and China Green Chunmi. I do like the sort of paintings, the decorations they've done on the tea packets. They're very pretty. So on the back you've got a little more detail. British Breakfast blend. With a rich flavour, full body and deep clear colour, our British breakfast is a blend of finest Indian, Sri Lankan and Kenyan teas. And then we have Imperial Earl Grey, a fine example of a famous blend. Finest black tea, delicately scented with natural oils of bergamot and blended with cornflowers. China Green Chunmei, light liquoring with a golden green colour. This tea has a distinctive rounded and slightly sweet taste. And finally we've got the white tea with rose and pomegranate, a delicate subtle blend of finest quality white tea with rose petals and pomegranate. Let's have a look at these ones. These are sort of more herbal teas and sort of fruit infusions. So we've got a peppermint, and we have a chamomile, a red berry fruit blend, and a lemon and ginger. Again, very beautiful designs on the tea bags themselves. So let's have a look and see what it says on the back. So, peppermint, refreshing and cooling. Peppermint has long been used as an aid to digestion. Chamomile, light with delicate floral sweetness. This naturally caffeine-free herbal infusion is renowned for its calming properties. Well, we need quite a few calming properties these days. Red berry fruit blend packed with flavoursome fruitiness. This caffeine-free infusion features rosehip, hibiscus, apple, orange, and red berry flavours. And finally, we got lemon and ginger, tangy lemon pieces blended with fiery ginger and aromatic fennel for a refreshingly spicy drink. Well, that sounds like it would be good for digestion. Okay, so we've had a look at these. Like I said, very, very beautiful designs on the packets. So, let's get these open and into the teacups. Okay, so we've had our teas brewing for a couple of minutes, and not very strong aromas coming from these as yet, but hopefully we'll be able to get some more better aromas coming through on the actual taste test. So let's have a look at the colours of these. First of all, we have the British Breakfast, which is a lovely dark chocolatey colour, kind of earthy. The Imperial Earl Grey is a slightly lighter colour, more sort of orangey. You see sort of oranginess coming through at the edges there. The China Green Chunmi is a sort of dusty, orangey red, slightly brown as well. The white tea, rose and pomegranate, is slightly lighter than the green tea. It's more of a sort of yellowy, sort of dusty yellow colour. The red berry blend, of course, is classically scarlet in colour, very delicious looking, inviting colour. The lemon and ginger is a sort of dusky orangey colour, slightly reddish, slightly brown. The chamomile is a very light summery yellow colour, the sort of summery colour you get sort of shining over meadows and such. That's the sort of yellow colour. And finally we have the peppermint, which is classically a dark colour, as is common with most of the mint infusions that I've dealt with over my series. So that was the first look at the Drury tea and coffee brews. So let's get into the taste test. Okay, we're going to start things off with the British breakfast blend. Having a look closely at the packet, it says that Drury was established in 1936, which kind of explains the sort of images on the packaging. It's imitating sort of the art style of the 1930s British breakfast. Let's see what this tastes like. Nice, wholesome, earthy smell. Oh, there's a good strong taste to this. Nice, strong brew. A sort of very sort of kick you out of bed in the morning. That is a very strong brew. Oof. Yeah, this is the sort of stuff you want to be drinking for breakfast. This is a sort of get you up, kick you out of bed, sort of, you know, it'll get you to lunchtime and probably back again. So yes, quite strong, a little bit bitter on the aftertaste, but very strong cup of tea that. Next we have the Imperial Earl Grey. Let's have a sniff of this. Not very scented, to be honest. I was expecting definitely the sort of bergamot scent you get from a more traditional Earl Grey. Not really getting the citrus notes I'd expect from an Earl Grey. It's kind of more focused on the tea, which isn't a bad thing, but with something as prolific as an Earl Grey, you expect the sort of the bergamot notes, the citrus bite of that, but this isn't. It's not really coming through at all, so slightly disappointed with an Earl Grey. And you know what, I'm very fastidious about my Earl Grey. So we have the China Green Chunmi. Oh, immediately you get that sort of soupy, brothy, meadowy, strong, sort of oniony, like like spring onion type smell that I get from like green tea. Yep, definitely there. That's that sort of strong, meadowy, soupy kind of taste. Oh, that's quite strong. Oof. Strong, a little bitter. Again, something you'd like to keep you going through the day. That's a nice strong cup of tea. So we've got the white tea, rose and pomegranate. And let's have a taste of that. And it's sort of smell first. Oh, definitely getting some fruity aromas coming through on this from the pomegranate. Quite sweet smelling. Not really overly floral like sometimes you get with a more floral blend. It can be overwhelmingly perfumed. Yeah, so it's more the sort of white tea. I'm getting a sort of stab of sharp sweetness from the pomegranate. Not overly floral, but you can taste the rose, the sort of floral notes of the rose as well. Quite bitter, but like I said, has that sort of sharp sweetness coming through from the pomegranate. Okay, so we're going on to the more sort of herbal blends now, and we're going to kick off with is the red berry fruit blend, and let's try that. Ooh, quite a fruity aroma from this. Let's give it a taste. Ooh, wow, that's quite tart. It's fruity, there's some sweetness to it, but it's quite tart, quite sour. Definitely a very strong fruit flavours from the off. Usually I usually treat the fruit blends with a bit of a caveat, because sometimes when you add the water in, they'll have really strong aromas, but they'll have like very, very weak flavours. But this is very strongly flavoured, so this is a very good fruit blend. Okay, next we have the lemon and ginger. Very strong ginger scent on this. It's actually making my nose hairs fizzle a little bit. Ooh. The lemon taste in this is rather weak, but the ginger's definitely coming through. I'm definitely getting that sort of that tickle that you get with ginger. But on the whole, as compared with the red berry fruit blend, this is a little bit weak on taste. Could be a little bit stronger. Okay, so now we're going on to the chamomile. Lovely floral aroma. It's not overpoweringly strong, I'll have to admit that. But it has that nice sort of mown grass meadowy quality. Okay, let's give it a taste. Okay, it's got that floralness, that wonderful meadowy honey sweetness for a chamomile, but the flavour could be a bit stronger. It's a little bit tame for a chamomile tea. Maybe that's the intention. Maybe it's not supposed to be too overpowering, because you know people do drink it for the calming effect. But to be honest, this is a little bit weak on taste. But, you know, what I'm getting from it is quite lovely. And finally, of course, we have the peppermint. Of course, I have to be a bit careful with mint infusions, because the problem I find with mint infusions is sometimes they taste a bit oily. Lovely menthol aroma, nice strong bouquet to it. Let's give it a taste. Ooh, whoa, that is a strong taste. Wow. Ooh, wow, that is a strong mint taste. It's not oily, it's just very, very strong. It's like, yeah, you sort of, it's like the sort of drinking equivalent of those, you know, those sauce shower gels you get, and the mint one of that, it leaves your skin very tingly. Well, this has an effect on my taste buds, very same. It's very tingly, very minty, and very refreshing. As a good mint tea, and it's not oily at all. Okay, so that was Drury tea and coffee. Sort of a bit disappointed with the Earl Grey. Could have been a bit more sort of the bergamot coming through, but very impressed with the red berry fruit blend, which was very tart and sweet and flavourful, and the peppermint, nice punchy peppermint, very strong aroma, very strong taste to it. Okay, so that was Drury tea and coffee. Thank you for watching my video. I've been Sue the Mnemonic, and I'll hope to see you again soon in my next video.